The facade cracked, and this time it wasn't the tabloids or the trolls doing the damage. It was Samantha Markle, Meghan Markle's own half-sister, who took center stage during a live broadcast and unflinchingly peeled back the layers of what she called the greatest act of modern royalty. In a stunning revelation that sent shockwaves across media outlets, Samantha exposed a side of Meghan the public had long suspected but never fully confirmed: calculated, controlling, and wholly disconnected from the humble, humanitarian image she so carefully curates. And this wasn't speculation. It was first-hand truth from the woman who watched Meghan evolve behind closed doors long before tiaras and Netflix deals. From the moment Samantha sat down in front of the camera, the tension was palpable. With poised clarity, she laid out years of estrangement, not just as a result of royal pressures, but stemming from what she described as Meghan's chronic need to rewrite her origin story. According to Samantha, Meghan didn't merely distance herself from the Markle family, she erased them. She didn't rise above her upbringing, Samantha said plainly. She deleted it because it didn't fit the narrative she wanted to sell. These weren't offhand jabs, they were sharp-edged truths backed with receipts, emails, messages, and a timeline that left little room for denial. Perhaps most damning of all was the revelation about Meghan's manipulation of media optics. Samantha alleged that long before the royal wedding, Meghan had begun quietly cultivating a public persona that was strategically crafted for sympathy and elevation. She played the victim while scripting everyone else's villains, Samantha remarked. Our father wasn't an absent man, he was pushed out. Just like I was. Just like everyone who didn't serve the fantasy. This was a woman who had once shared bedrooms and family dinners with Meghan, not a distant relative seeking clout. The credibility of Samantha's account wasn't found in theatrics, it was found in consistency, emotion, and unapologetic truth-telling. The broadcast didn't rely on vague accusations or recycled tabloid bait. Samantha came equipped with documents showing Meghan's calculated distancing tactics, old letters ignored, birthday messages left unanswered, and even a legal warning issued through a third party when Samantha tried to reconnect in 2018. She made it clear: silence or disappear, Samantha claimed. And if you didn't comply, she'd make sure the world saw you as toxic. What made the live exposure even more brutal for Meghan was the fact that it came at a time when she was already struggling to maintain relevance in Hollywood circles. Her lifestyle brand, American Riviera Orchard, had fizzled out. Her podcast ambitions were quietly shelved. And her once sympathetic image was now routinely mocked in social media circles as overpolished and hollow. The timing couldn't have been worse, and yet Samantha insisted it was necessary. People need to stop falling for the illusion, she said. Meghan isn't being misunderstood, she's manipulating the misunderstanding. What Samantha revealed next could not be dismissed as mere sibling rivalry. She pointed to Meghan's frequent use of race and gender discourse as shields against criticism, calling it a weaponization of social justice. It's not that she's not allowed to speak about her experience as a biracial woman, Samantha clarified. But when every critique is instantly dismissed as racism or misogyny, especially when it comes from people who know her personally, it becomes a strategy, not a truth. Meghan's response? Deafening silence. No legal threats. No rebuttals. No PR campaigns. Just a conspicuous absence from all public platforms in the 48 hours following the live broadcast. For someone who rarely misses an opportunity to speak her truth, the lack of defense spoke volumes. It hinted at something even more troubling for her brand. Maybe this time, the truth wasn't on her side. Samantha closed the broadcast with a message not of hatred but of hard-won clarity: I don't want revenge. I want accountability. Meghan didn't just walk away from this family. She stepped on it to climb where she is. The crown may be gone, but the act remains. This wasn't a meltdown. It wasn't a smear campaign. It was a reckoning. And in the age of recorded receipts and live-streamed revelations, the era of carefully curated Duchess fairy tales may have just met its match on live TV from her own blood. For Meghan Markle, this wasn't just bad press. It was the brutal unraveling of her self-constructed mythology, punctuated by an undeniable truth. When your own sister goes live to tell the world who you really are and brings the receipts, you don't get to call it fiction. You call it fallout. And for Meghan Markle, the fallout is radioactive. Samantha Markle didn't just share opinions, she brought timelines, emails, photos, and pointed contradictions to Meghan's carefully curated narrative. It was a broadcast not of bitterness, but of brutal truth, served live and unfiltered. Samantha painted a portrait of a woman who wasn't just misunderstood but manipulative, calculated, and deeply disconnected from the very family she once claimed to have escaped. Viewers didn't just watch, they believed. Trending hashtags exploded within hours. Meghan exposed and Markle eyes dominated social media feeds. Public opinion, already shaky from past controversies, plummeted further as clips of Samantha's revelations went viral. Meghan's usual strategy, deflect, deny, reframe, suddenly felt hollow. This wasn't the media twisting a headline. This was her sister, Liv, looking straight into the camera and dismantling the royal fairy tale one receipt at a time. The fallout isn't just personal, it's brand-shattering. When authenticity is currency and the truth comes from your own blood, there's no PR team in the world that can clean it up fast enough.